Hi, this is Unit 2, Notes number 2, just the front. Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to review solving linear equations. So just solving algebraically, just trying to get x alone, and remember that you always use opposite operations to get rid of stuff. So addition and subtraction are opposites. Multiplication and division are opposites. Opposite operations to get rid of stuff. So since this is a positive 8, to get rid of it, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. That leaves me 3x equals, and then if you need to use your calculator, go ahead and do it. It's fine. Like 2 minus 8, that, maybe that's easy, but if you get confused with negatives and stuff, do it on your calculator. It's -6. And then divide by 3. And then you're doing -6 divided by 3 is -2. And that's it. Okay? So there's six examples that we're going to do here, kind of building up to some with distributing and decimals and fractions. But you have a calculator, so don't panic. They're just numbers. So this next one has x's on both sides. So we're going to start by trying to get the x's together. So I'm going to subtract the 2x from the 4x to get those together. So 4x minus 2x is 2x. Everything else stays the same in this step. And then to get rid of plus 2, we're going to subtract 2. So that leaves me 2x equals 10 minus 2 is 8. And then divide both sides by 2, and you get x equals 4. Okay, next one has decimals. Don't panic. We have a calculator. So we're going to subtract 1.8 from both sides. That leaves me with 2.4x. I'm going to use my calculator. 6.6. Oops, I got an L in there. 6.6 minus 1.8 gives me 4.8. And then you're going to divide both sides by 2.4. And you're going to do it on your calculator. 4.8 divided by 2.4 is 20. Nope, I typed that wrong. Do you see that? I didn't hit my decimal point. 4.8, that seemed too big to me. Divided by 2.4 should be 2, not 20. Okay. The next one, we have to first distribute this 3. So that's going to become 3x minus 3 equals 2x plus 7. So now we want to get the x's together, so I'm going to subtract the 2x. Oops. From the 3x, which is just 1x. You can put the 1 or not. And then add the 3. And then you get 1x equals 10. And that's it. 1x is just x. If you divide by 1 on both sides, you're just going to get x. But x equals 10. All right, and the last two have fractions. Don't be nervous. It's just fine. All right, so the first one, I want to get the x's together. So I'm going to subtract 2x from 4x. Let me make it a little bigger. So that leaves me 2x plus 1/5 equals 4/5. So now I need to subtract the 1/5 over there. So that leaves me 2x equals. Now this one's pretty easy to subtract. 4/5 minus 1/5 is just going to be 3/5. But it's fine if that confuses you, use your calculator. If you hit that alpha y equals, it lets you enter a fraction. So 4/5, and then arrow, minus, and then that alpha y equals fraction 1/5. 4/5 minus 1/5 should be 3/5. If they have the common denominator, you keep that denominator and subtract the tops. It's giving me 0.6, so I'm going to, oops, change it back to a fraction. Oops, how did I get in there? Three-fifths. All right, now we're supposed to divide by 2. Oh, I wrote 3/2. Three-fifths divided by 2. You've got your 3/5 already there. Just hit divided by 2. It's 0.3. You can write your answer as 0.3. Or you could change it back to a fraction, 3/10. Either way. Okay. And the last one. This one we're going to have to distribute that 1/2 through first. So 1/2 times x is just 1/2 x. And then 1/2 times -3/4. Well, let's do that right here. One-half times -3/4. Change it to a fraction. -3/8. So now we're going to add the 3/8 to the 4. So you're doing 4 plus, and again, to get that fraction, it's alpha y equals fraction 1 or 4 plus 3. Oops. Eighths. 4.375. You could leave it as the decimal, or change it to a fraction, 35/8. What did I just hit? Made it scroll all the way back. Or 4.375. Okay. And now we're supposed to divide by 1/2. So take that 35/8 and hit divide by 1/2. 8.75. If you want as a fraction, 35/4. All right, so your homework is going to be just to practice this, and we're going to do some Delta Math practice in class. But that concludes our review of solving equations.